Hey everyone, Jessica Coulter here, and today we're going to be talking about the July 18th ACT. So there are a couple of updates that I want to make sure you guys are aware of, as a week from tomorrow is the next ACT test date. So I know a lot of people have been worried since all of the craziness with COVID. You know, we didn't have a test date in April, and then the June 13th ACT, some testing locations were open and some weren't. So for all of your questions about next week's ACT, I am here to help you figure out what to expect. And before we get into all that, just want to introduce myself in case you are unaware of who I am and we haven't had a chance to meet yet. Again, my name is Jessica Coulter, and I am the CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. So I work with students on the ACT. I specialize in the reading and English sections, and then I also love to proofread papers and help students with their middle school math. So let's go ahead and move on to what I know you really want to know, which is the July 18th ACT updates. So first thing, we are having a problem, according to the ACT website, with seating capacity. So testing centers have decided whether they're going to be open or not. They were supposed to do that back in June on the 19th, I believe. So your student should know whether or not his location is open, and there is a list on their website, and then there will also be a list in my ACT Facebook group. So getting a little ahead of myself here, but I do have an ACT Facebook group called the ACT Prep Video Series. There's a link in the description, and I would love to have you in that group. We'll be going over some actual practice questions, and then I'll also share with you and your student some videos on how to actually work those practice questions. So I would love to have you in that group. Just go to that link in the description. So next update for you. Alrighty, this one is about test dates. So because of COVID and again, testing centers being open, not open this summer, ACT has decided to have some additional testing dates in the fall. So woohoo! There was originally only going to be one in September on the 12th, but now thankfully there's one on the 13th and the 19th as well. So if you're just not going to make it this summer, if your state is having really strict requirements, or unfortunately, you're in a hot spot or something like that, there is a good chance your student will be able to test in September with the 3 test dates, or with the 3 test dates in October. So I hope you're finding this message helpful, and if you are, wonderful. Just tap that like or heart button for me. Let me know you're there and this message is relevant to you. And again, if you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment on this video or join my Facebook group. We'll be glad to help you out there. Okay, one last thing I want to share with you, and then I think you should be all ready, and your student should be ready for the June 18th ACT. And that is to know that if your child is testing, things are going to be different. So masks are not required unless they're required by the local government, the state, wherever you might live, but they are definitely encouraged. All students and test site administrators are going to be health screened, so I'm assuming that's probably going to be some kind of temperature check, something like that. And then students will be sitting 6 feet apart, so that will definitely be a requirement. So definitely, if you can test on the 18th, great. Just know things will be different, and do know if you are hoping to change testing sites, that's no longer possible because of all the seating problems. So that is everything I have for you about the updates for the ACT. So again, I highly encourage you to join my test prep group, and again, that link's in the description. If you join that group, you'll get all these great study tips free of charge for you that your child can practice with and learn which ones work and don't work for him or her on the actual ACT. And then, like I said, you guys will get those practice questions with real practice answers. So join my group, that ACT prep video group, so that way your child gets the score he or she wants on the ACT. It is definitely possible with the right help. And in that group, I share free tips all of the time, answer questions free of charge, and then also now if there's any coupons or special rates for my ACT bundles, that I will share those with that group, but not necessarily on my website or general Facebook page. So thank you so much, guys. Hope this helped a lot, and we'll see you in the next video. Good luck on the ACT.